Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Today, brothers and sisters, we want to discuss the developments which happening in Syria and all over the world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have His own policies since day one, His guidelines, the way He rules this earth. For us, a lot of times, it doesn't seem so obvious. But there is certain rules and certain laws are taking place. And one of these laws and one of these rules is Allah and His messengers will be the winners. The primary purpose of the creation of the heavens and the earth and us being here is to be tested. That doesn't mean the world will be all just. Yes, there's going to be bloodshed, there are going to be wars, there are going to be injustices. But at the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's going to be a period where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the followers of Allah and the followers of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam and all the messengers will be the winners. As we see, over the last 20 years, there is a progression. There is a lot of events keep happening, one after the other. And all of these events, from September 11, and the war in Iraq, the 2008 global economic crisis, then you come to coronavirus, then you come to the war in Ukraine, the war in Gaza. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you that this quick succession of events are major signs that we are close to the end. And before the end, there have to be a victory. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you that He is the creator. He is the one who have made this earth. And He is the one who made me and made you and made everybody. And He and His prophets and His messengers, they have to be winners in this life and in the hereafter. One of the major things which we have seen in the recent days, the collapse of who? Collapse of the tyrants. You have Sheikh Hasina in Bangladesh. You have Bashar Assad in Syria. Things which we were not even comprehending. Things which we didn't even thought it could happen. We didn't think this would happen one day. But things are happening on very quick. And the reason is, there's some people are looking for justice. There's some people from inside, they started to say, enough is enough. And one of the main things we have realized is there is a lot of hidden even injustices we cannot even imagine. What was happening in these prisons in Syria, what would happen in Hasina's in Bangladesh, what she was doing in these prisons, to everybody who is all these political prisoners. Even for the simple thing in Syria, somebody was going to the morning prayer, that considered a crime. We just have to realize how the world became so evil. And the reason is because of us. We are the ones who are supporting the evil, the major powers. Look, where did Hasina go when she escaped Bangladesh? She went to India, a big power which is supporting injustices. Where did Bashar go? He went to Putin in Russia, who is another guy who's supporting injustice and bloodshed and murder and chemical weapons and all kind of injustices. So the major powers, including America, supporting Israel, are the one who are responsible for overseeing, for supporting these injustices in the whole world. It's up to each ordinary citizen. It's up to each individual. Number one, to know his Lord, to know Allah, to know Muhammad, peace be upon him, to understand that the words in the Quran and everything that came in the Quran, it will be fulfilled. And it's true. And from there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said about the believers, when the person become a believer in Allah and the last message, what's going to happen? He will hate injustice. He will hate to see babies be murdered. He will hate see youth, children with no legs, with no arms, with no eyes. And he will do everything he can to stop these massacres. So the message is to each one of us, because the major signs are, this is an inflection point, what we see right now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, like you have a company in the stock market, and now this company started from losing, started to show a profit. Although it's a small profit, but the company has prospects, because the company is supported by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This company will be supported by the believers. This company will be supported by a small amount of believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله. A small group of people will have victory over a large group by the will and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So don't, as a Muslim, as a non-Muslim, as a Hindu, as a Buddhist, as whatever, as an atheist, search for the truth. Look for the truth. And remember, things are progressing very quick. Look for the truth, and this is the truth. Quran. Look for the truth and do not accept injustices. We saw enough. We need to change this world to become a better place.